Hey guys, welcome back to Popverse. Today, we're diving deep into episode 6 of Heavenly Ever After. If you missed the previous episodes, the links are in the description. Definitely catch up because things are getting intense. Before we begin, kindly hit that subscribe button so you never miss any of our detailed breakdowns. Because trust me, you don't want to miss where this story is going. We pick up right after that wild moment. Junho jumps into the lava. But guess what? Instead of burning, he lands in heaven. Meanwhile, back at home, we see Ha-eun with Ju. Ju asks nervously if they're really safe now. Ha-eun doesn't respond immediately. And we flash back to that intense judgment scene in hell. There, Ha-eun's sins are being weighed, and the scale reads exactly 50. That's the cutoff for eternal punishment. She's on the verge of being sent to hell forever. But just then, she sheds a tear. As it falls, the weight drops to 49.6, just below the danger line. The hell employees are stunned. She's safe. Then Ju is judged, but something strange happens. The scale doesn't even respond to her. Because of this, both women are spared. In the present, Ha-eun scolds Ju for following her into hell. Why did you do that? She demands. Ju replies tearfully, "How could I stay behind without you?" She then asks if Ha-eun lives alone here. But Ha-eun explains she shares the house with Kyang Jun. Ha-eun starts to wonder, is Ju really who she claims to be? Could she be Somya in disguise? Ha-eun vents saying, "I went to hell and Kyang Jun didn't even care. Where is he?" And just then, Kyang Jun comes running in, frantically calling out for her. The moment he sees her, he breaks down. "Are you okay? How did you make it back?" Ha-eun glares and asks where he's been. Kyung Jun says he went to hell to rescue her. Then he sees Ju standing there. Inside, Ha-eun starts to cry, telling Kyung Jun how terrified she was. He comforts her and explains what happened. He was on the subway when it suddenly led him straight into hell. The judge, King Yomra, said he had to complete tasks for every staff member before he could get Ha-eun back. But instead of ending up in hell, his jump somehow led him to heaven. Ha-eun is touched but confused. Why would Ju jump into hell? What was she thinking? Kyung Jun replies, "You're not actually saying you think she's Somya, are you?" To settle things, they confront her. But Ju insists, "I don't know anyone named Somya." Later, they go to Somya's old room. Ha-eun tells RAGI that a girl named Somya used to live there and lied to them by pretending to be Ju. "We have to teach her a lesson," she says. Meanwhile, at the Heaven Center, we see Somya again. An employee has detained her because she claimed she'd enter hell to save Ha-eun. Suddenly, spots her and confronts her. "Your name is Somya. You're not Ju." She takes her home to talk. Back at the house, Ha-eun asks Somya directly, "Why did you pretend to be Ju?" Somya sobs, saying she didn't mean any harm. "I lost my memory. I didn't know who I was. But I saw how much you missed Ju. I thought if I became her, maybe I'd be loved too." Somya starts to leave, but Ha-eun stops her. "Where would you even go? You have no one. I'm not heartless. I won't kick you out. Stay here." Kyung Jun, however, is clearly upset. He goes to his room. Ha-eun follows and asks what's wrong. He tells her he's been suspended from his heaven job for sneaking into hell. He's devastated, but Ha-eun encourages him. Take it as a vacation. Rest. Outside, Ju confronts Somya. "How did you mimic me so well?" Somya shows her, copying her tone and expressions in a surprisingly funny way. But Ju isn't laughing. She yells, "How dare you impersonate me?" Somya blurts out, "Ha-eun told me to. I've lost my memory. I don't know how I ended up in heaven. I should be in hell. I must done something awful. Maybe I even killed someone." Ju steps back, scared. "Stay away from me." That night, Somya has a dream. She sees a girl in red, dancing by the beach. She wakes up startled, whispering, "Was that a nightmare?" In the morning, Ha-eun prepares breakfast for everyone. She goes to the Heaven Center, searching for someone named Yi, but no such name exists. She asks if perhaps the data hasn't been transferred from hell yet. The worker nods, it's possible. Just then, she spots the director and tells Young Ju, "Stay here. I'll go talk to him. He's my friend." She speaks with the director about Kyang Jun losing his job. The director says he already tried to help. What Kyang Jun did in hell? That's serious. I had to beg Yomra to let him go with a reduced punishment. Ha-eun then asks the big question. If he doesn't work, how will we afford anything? The director explains, sometimes when we do good things on earth, it builds up credit in heaven, like a bank account you didn't know you had. He reminds her of the tablet they gave her. It holds her job assignments. Meanwhile, Somya visits a field and wonders if it's the same place from her dream. But it's not. Elsewhere, we see two dogs talking to their boss. They ask him if he went to hell and if he took revenge. The boss stays silent. He knows the truth. He didn't take revenge. He saved his owner instead. Back at home, Ha-eun and Ring search for the tablet. It's hidden, but they find it. At first, nothing happens. But once it falls to the ground, it activates. It has options, including one marked Macchiali. They tap it, and the doorbell rings. A young man walks in. He says, "I used to be the old man from the supermarket." They're shocked. He explains, "You came to my funeral asking for money. My daughter was harsh, but I forgive you." Ha-eun replies, "I shouldn't have asked about money there, but anyone else might done the same." We flash back to that memory. The old man was suicidal, but Ha-eun gave him Macchiali and promised to return every day with a gift. That promise gave him the will to live. "You gave me a reason to live one more day, every day. Thank you." The Macchiali on the tablet vanishes. Young Ju asks Ha-eun, "Are all these entries connected to you?" But Ha-eun admits she doesn't know. Somya returns and says she went to the fields, hoping to recover her memory, but failed. "Sometimes I wonder, am I a bad person?" Ha-eun replies gently, "No, I can tell you're a good person." The director is then shown reading letters Kyang Jun brought from Earth. Each letter contains a wish, and the director fulfills them, like reuniting a boy with the spirit of his mother on his birthday. A woman arrives and pleads with the director. She had worked like a dog to provide for her children. She wants to pass on her remaining savings. The director gives her one more chance. She can now work in heaven. But he asks her to do a favor, go to Earth and complete a task. Meanwhile, Ha-eun and Ring meet Young Suk, a woman whose daughter just died. She initially refuses help, but they attend the funeral and Ha-eun covers all expenses, collecting Young Suk's phone afterward. In the present, Young Suk tearfully thanks her. Somya, outside doing chores, sees Kyang Jun running. He says, "I got my job back. I'm returning to Earth." Somya asks, "Can I come? Everyone else is busy and I'm bored. Maybe Earth will help me regain my memory." Kyang Jun agrees, just this once. At a church, Ha-eun meets the pastor. They chat while preparing to cook snail pasta. Ha-eun asks him to pray for the snails, hoping they'll reach a better place. Back on Earth, a wedding is happening. A young boy comforts his sister, who is emotional because it's both her birthday and the anniversary of their mother's death. Suddenly, Kyang Jun appears with a package. Inside is a passbook and a heartfelt letter from their mom. The episode ends with a tearful hug and forgiveness. The mother's soul watches the wedding from afar. Back in heaven, Ha-eun and the pastor decide to let the snails go instead of cooking them. They sit and talk about her parents, though he doesn't seem interested. As they walk away, Ha-eun's knee gives out. The pastor picks her up and carries her. The final scene, Kyang Jun tells Somya to stay put while he runs an errand. But Somya notices something chilling. A man wearing a shirt with the exact same red-dressed dancing girl from her nightmare. She stares in horror, and that's where episode 6 ends. Well, see you next Sunday for episode 7. Until then, stay tuned, stay kind, and don't forget to subscribe for more Heavenly Ever After recaps, right here on Popverse.